All right, let's get into the truth about the Bronco Raptor's engine. What is it? Is it unique to only the Bronco? Has Ford used it before? Let's get into the truth about this engine and what you need to know. So guys, here's the truth. It is a 3.0 EcoBoost motor. And this specific engine that we're looking at right now is only available in the Bronco Raptor and the Ranger Raptor. Those are the only two vehicles that they put this specific engine in. Now, the only difference between this engine and the engine they put in the Lincoln Aviator, the Ford Explorer ST, is that this is the high output, or the basically tuned version of those engines. So what Ford did is they basically just changed the tune. They upgraded your horsepower and torque in this 3.0 EcoBoost. This one puts out 418 horsepower, 440 pound-foot of torque. The one in the ST and the Aviator, the 3.0 EcoBoost, in those engines is 400 horsepower, 415 pound-foot of torque. So 18 more horsepower in this one, and what is that, 25 or 30, yeah, 25 more horsepower, or 25 more pound-foot of torque in this high output version of the 3.0 EcoBoost. So again, similar, basically same engine as what you're seeing in the Aviator and the Ford Explorer ST, just a little bit different tune. And the whole reason they went with this 3.0 EcoBoost as opposed to a 3.5 EcoBoost in the Bronco Raptor is that Ford said they did not have room under the hood to fit a 3.5 Eco, so they tuned the 3.0 EcoBoost and put it in this. And I guess the good news with that is it's not a brand new engine. This engine has been around for a while. I mean, as long as like Ford Explorer ST, Lincoln Aviator, all that those have been around for years, right? And that's the good piece. You're not getting an engine that is just, you know, the brand new thing. It is tried and true. It's been around for a long time. Again, guys, not a bad engine. So what makes this engine special? And it's similar to what makes the F-150 Raptor engine, the 3.5 high output, special, is that they basically put anti-lag tech in this engine that is the same as what they put in their GT Le Mans race car, okay? And what they did is, you know, when you're driving a typical turbo engine, you're gonna have turbo lag, right? You're gonna have, when your foot comes off the throttle, right, and you basically go to hit the throttle again, you're gonna have hesitation. That's a normal turbo engine. This one with the anti-lag, when your foot comes off the throttle, the system cracks the throttle open anyway to keep the air flowing, right? So the turbos never stop spinning, right? That's why you jump back into the throttle, you hit the throttle again, you have that boost right away, and you can rip. So that is sweet. The only downside to that in this engine is that it is only available in the Baja mode. So in your GOAT mode, your basically your performance mode settings, you have to have it on Baja, which does lock you into 4 high, 4-wheel drive high, and that is what gives you that tech. It's sweet. I mean, you could technically use that going down the highway, but in 4 high, you're probably not gonna use it as much as you would like to, like if it was in sport mode, right? Which is something Ford should definitely introduce. Put that tech, make that tech available in sport mode so you can use it all the freaking time, because I totally would. But again, pretty unique, pretty cool item, pretty cool thing they did there with the engine. You know, not only did they give you more horsepower and torque, they also gave you anti-lag. Again, I love when they tweak stuff like that, and it's stuff that you're not even aware of. Like, to be honest, I didn't know they did it until I started researching this engine, and I'm like, oh dang, Baja mode. I've never even used Baja mode in a Raptor or a Ford Bronco Raptor. I never used Baja mode, right? So I never even knew it did it. I never even got to try it. Now I want to go drive one of these things and actually try it out, because that would be pretty freaking sweet, right? And I guess for off-roading, it is the ideal thing, which is the Baja, right? You're rock crawling, you're going off-road, you're on and off the gas. Having that boost always there gets you in and out of situations that maybe otherwise you couldn't. So, guys, the other thing, 418 horsepower, 440 pound-foot of torque. This thing it does rev high, right? And what I mean by that is this will rev up to around 6,000 RPM. It is designed to do that. It's designed to get wound out. That is really, you know, again, it's a sports car heart under a Baja hood. Like, this thing is made to rip and made to perform. That's pretty freaking sweet, right? Like, again, you buy something like this, you buy a Bronco Raptor, you want to justify that extra cost, you are getting extras that are not available in the normal Bronco, not available in a Jeep Wrangler, right? Like this is awesome, right? So, all right, so here's the other thing that is interesting, right? And I guess this is on the reliability standpoint, to shoot straight with you guys. Is this engine reliable? Now, this particular setup has not been around that long, right? I think the Bronco Raptor 2022 was the first year they came out with it. What is different, the one substantial difference between a 3.0, this 3.0 Eco and a 3.5 Eco in a regular F-150 Raptor is that this engine is only direct injection. It's not direct injection and port injection like an F-150 with the 3.5 Eco. So the direct injection, you know, again, smaller engine, that's why they have it set up like that. But what that means is you can get carbon buildup. Direct injection, port injection combo, the port injection actually helps clean basically the carbon from the intake valves. Direct injection does, you know, at 100,000 miles, 150,000 miles, you're gonna have to clean your intake and valves, right, at around 100, 150,000 miles. So something to keep in mind, a little bit more maintenance that's going to be needed on this engine. You know, again, it's a performance engine. They're always gonna take a little bit more maintenance, but with only direct injection, that is something that can happen. So carbon buildup can be a concern at higher mileage. I mean, the way they built this, it's made to go 200,000 miles plus. You're just gonna have to do a little bit more work to get it to that point. And really the only other thing that is a negative on these is oil pan, basically oil pan leaks. That's been a complaint on the Bronco Raptors. And really on that, you know, best case scenario, it's a gasket reseal. That's usually not that big of a deal. $400 to $600 for a gasket reseal. Worst case, you have to basically, the whole pan has to come out. You're redoing all that, and then you're gonna have a couple $1,000 in it. But again, guys, something Ford is gonna continue to improve and fix. I mean, leaks, like oil leaks, all that kind of stuff, that is easily fixable. Not a huge engine issue or concern. The bigger one would be, hey, it's a direct injection vehicle. Make sure you get those valves checked and cleaned at around 100,000 miles. That's the big one. Other than that, great engine, zero complaints otherwise on this. And again, you know, on something that's a performance vehicle, right? It is a Raptor after all. Heck, one or two things that you may have to worry about, not a big deal in the long haul. Yeah, guys, so bottom line, that's the truth about the 3.0 EcoBoost in the Bronco Raptor. Couple maintenance items there you want to make sure you're on top of, but overall a ton of fun to drive, a ton of fun to be in. I have driven these things and they do rip. I actually took my family down to the beach in one a year or two ago, had a ton of fun, had the tops off, loved it. And it does, you know, it is a turbo, it's a twin turbo, it's not a V8. I'm a big V8 guy. This thing still sounds pretty freaking sweet for a twin turbo. But anyhow, guys, this one's for sale here in the lot. MarkMartinMotors.com. Come check it out if you've never seen one. Very cool vehicle, very cool to come check out and see. But again, guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoy content like this, be sure to hit subscribe.